Hi everybody, my name's Doug, and this is Protoscale HO Backshop. Okay, so on my work table I have an Athearn Genesis. Now this is one of the older ones, and I have quite a few of these. They're not first generation, I think they're like second generation. But most of the ones that I have came equipped with DCC and sound. Well, with the advent of better electronics and better decoders now, I'm going to switch out this decoder that's in here. Maybe they were made by MRC. No, I think it's QSR. Anyway, whoever it's made by, it's coming out of there. And we're going to put a Tsunami 2 in there. An EMD diesel Tsunami 2. There's the motherboard. Well, there's the decoder. Anyway. So I think this is going to be a wire for wire install. So you guys stay tuned, and we're going to get right to it. Oh yeah, we're putting one of these guys in too. A double iPhone speaker. Double iPhone speakers. We're putting these in there too. Now this is a Clinchfield unit. This is an A unit, F7A. And I did all the weathering and the super detailing and all that on this model a few years ago. So see the cut levers. See on the back here. We got the light on the back, the MU hoses, etc., etc. I think I did a decent weathering job on it. Not too bad. Alright, so let's get this shell off of here. Now I took the front coupler off. Front coupler came off here. And I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me, you have to just get underneath of the shell here and pop it out. Alright, so, and then, you know, it just lifts right off. You gotta be careful because you got the headlight wires in there too. Now that bulb, I can pop it right out of there. I should be able to pop it out of there. I usually hold them in there with... There we go. Alright. Alright, the shell is off. Now, I don't expect a whole lot of problem with this install. Now, these are incandescent bulbs. I'm going to try to keep this bulb. If I don't have to replace a nice yellow incandescent bulb, I won't do it. So hopefully we'll be able to keep this one. So we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know if there's a built-in resistor on this. I don't know if this is, you know, I don't know the rating for this bulb or anything, okay? So we're kind of flying blind here. So let me get this. Let me get this giant honking decoder out of here, all right? And I'll undo all the wires and whatnot. And just give me a few minutes and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so here's the new decoder, okay? And it's just a jumble of wires right now. I'm just trying to make sure it's going to fit in there well, okay? And I'm pretty sure it is. It looks like it's going to be an easy install Nothing too difficult. I may have to make a shelf back here of styrene for the speaker. Now this installation is going to be, I'm flying blind here because I have not yet put iPhone speakers in one of these F7 units. So I don't know what the acoustics are like under that shell. We're going to find out though. Okay, now I'm going to take a piece of Kapton tape. This is Kapton tape. You can buy this. I tell you, I buy almost everything off of eBay. I just type it in the search bar and buy it. Now, I know there's a lot of other places that sell it, but it's just much easier for me to deal with eBay because I already have an account. I already have, you know, listings of my own and whatnot. So I just purchase from there. I'm going to put a piece of Kapton tape on the bottom. You want to keep any part of this from touching any other part, you know, metal part of the locomotive. So I'm going to put a piece on the bottom here. Now I'm probably going to solder all my wires to the appropriate pads on the decoder. I don't really trust these little plug things. I don't really trust them too much. These guys. So I like to hardwire everything in, and the decoder's going to sit right about there. Okay. I may slide it up a little bit more right there. All right. All right, now I'm going to snip some of these longer ends off of these wires, because you only need about 1/8 of an inch to solder to a pad. Then I'm going to tin all of these. I may have to retrim them when I'm finished, because the soldering iron tends to shrink the insulation around the wire. So okay, looking good. I'm going to snap this guy. I'm going to cut him right about there. We should be able to, there we go. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to tin the ends of these. Woohoo! Okay, now I have just a tiny drop of this Chip Quick flux on the ends of each one of these wires. It's like a really thick jelly-like substance. And then I'm going to tin the end of each one of these wires. Not hard to do. Okay. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, mate. Alright. Here we go. All the ends of the wires are tinned. Now I'm going to have to move the camera out of the way in order to solder to these pads. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to solder the track leads, the motor leads, and the track leads to the appropriate pads on this decoder. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to, you know, try to film this. It's going to, my hand's going to be in the way anyway. So I'll be right back, guys. Now you can see I have tinned each one of these pads, the ones that I'm going to be using. Okay, and basically you do it like you do any other tinning process. Put a little bit of you put a little bit of Chip Quick on the pad, right? You take your soldering iron, get a little bit of solder on the end of it, and then touch it to the pad that you want to tin, and it'll leave a little blob there. Okay, it takes some practice. Now some people take the solder to the iron while it's on the pad, but I think that causes overheating sometimes if you do it that way. But to each his own, to each his own. So there it is, it's ready. Okay, so right now I want to take some time to lubricate the gears on this locomotive. Now it hasn't been running quite a few years. I personally don't have a layout. I have a long test track, but I don't have a layout. I don't have the room for it. I will eventually, though. We all say that, right? Anyway, I've had layouts before. I just don't currently have one now. And I'll tell you, that's going to be a monumental undertaking when I actually do get into it. So anyway, here's an axle cover for one of these Athearn Genesis F7 units. Okay, and basically it just snaps on the top here. It's got these little tabs. These little tabs right here. You can see the tab. I gotta keep my hands out of there. These little tabs. There. That you gotta bend them up just a little bit and pop them off. Now you gotta be careful. Just take your time, because you can break these little tabs. You can get these covers. I'm pretty sure Athearn still has them. So we're going to lubricate this this locomotive. Okay. So I use Labelle 106 Teflon grease for my gears, and it doesn't take a lot. I put a little bit on each one, and that's it. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll take my liquid bearings, and I'll also lubricate the axles, because the axles need to be lubricated too. Just a little, not much. There. Okay. That. Okay. And that's it for that one. When the install's finished and I run the locomotive, it will that grease and that oil will there. Okay, that's all there is to it. All right, now I'm going to do the other one real quick. Okay, we're finished. Now the only thing I don't have in here yet is a keep alive. Okay, and let's see, where do the keep alives go? Let's look at the. Let me look at the. There's a plug. Okay, so I got to hook up a Keep Alive right here in this plug. Current keeper plug. I just haven't figured out which one I'm going to use yet. Because I really think the Soundtraxx ones are too big. I think they make them too big. I'm going to try to get a TCS in there if I can. So, there she is. Let's see how she runs. Here's the iPhone speaker in the back. Alright. Now, I tried 2 iPhone speakers, and it's way, way overkill. So, let's see what just one sounds like. Okay, there she is. Athearn Genesis F7 Clinchfield. I did the weathering and the super detailing. I think it turned out pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. I like that blue light in there. Looks like an alien science lab. Okay, now let's look at the headlight. The headlight worked out pretty good. It did pretty good. Okay, I'm impressed. Okay guys, this is Doug from Protoscale HO Back Shop. I'll see you on the next video.